Hey guys, good morning. I'm gonna vlog today so you can see what a normal day of work has been looking like for me lately, and I'll show you everything that I eat as well. It's gonna be more like quick, lazy, easy meals. So yeah, if you're curious what a typical day looks like in the life of a YouTuber slash blogger, I guess you could call me, in the vegan food space, keep watching. I'm drinking coffee right now. This is decaf coffee. Still trying to avoid caffeine when possible. I took some leftover coconut cream from my last video and stirred it in, and it makes the best, creamiest coffee ever. You should try it if you're a fan of coconut like I am. I'm not really hungry yet, so I'm gonna just start working straight away. Okay, so right now I am testing a recipe for a holiday collab that should be going live next week. Really excited about this one. It's going to be a seitan recipe. So first thing this morning, I woke up and went and hunted for Vital Wheat gluten because usually I buy it online. It's hard to find in physical stores, at least where I live. So went and found it. I found it at Lucky's, by the way. I'm just gonna kind of talk to you guys while I film so you can kind of see my process. Basically every recipe I test a minimum of 2 times. So the first time I'm just kind of messing around, sort of working off other recipes that I might have made that are similar. I'll work off the results of that first take and I'll just kind of tweak it, and usually I'll get something that I like by the second try. Sometimes it takes 3. There have been recipes that have taken 4 tries, like the croissants. But usually I'll film every single attempt that I make just so I have extra footage to play around with different angles when I'm editing. And usually I'm not doing this in silence. Usually I have music going, or I'm listening to a podcast or some crazy hippie YouTube video. I have been loving this channel. It's called Perception Trainers, and I always feel like her videos appear in my recommended or in my subscription box exactly as I need them. The topic is always super appropriate for my life at that moment. So I'll link her down below. Check her out. Seitan is steaming. I'm gonna do some dishes, clean the kitchen. Yeah. Now I'm working on my blog, so for every recipe I have a matching blog post, and my website now has printable recipe cards. I had been just using a free template on blogger.com for the longest time, and then finally at the end of October, bit the bullet. I got a Squarespace subscription. So here's the blog post I'm working on right now. When I was using Blogger, it was always just kind of like an afterthought. I would throw some recipes up on there, but I didn't really care that much about it. But now my website is like my baby, so. It's noon. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm just gonna skip breakfast. Breakfast is for squares. My last video was all about breakfast. Ignore that. We're gonna have lunch, okay? I'm making pasta. This is just regular fusilli. Boiling it. I do measure my pasta because, with most things, I'm pretty good at stopping when I'm full, but not with pasta. I'm gonna throw in some onions. Yeah. Also, my seitan should be done. I'm gonna stir my pasta into this. It's Gardein chicken strips and some broccoli, frozen broccoli that I just microwaved. This is how lazy I am. I'm not even using a colander to strain my pasta because I don't want to wash it. I'm also gonna add Miyoko's vegan butter, just a little bit. Life's too short to have pasta without butter. Nobody said it was healthy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Garlic powder. Red chili flakes. Oh! I just added way too many. Ah! This is the price you pay for religiously taking off all of your sifter tops. It's gonna be okay. Every little ting is gonna be okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of the pasta water too. Oh yeah, duh. I'm also gonna add nutritional yeast. I think this is actually the perfect food, you guys. Actually. Dude, I found it. Lemon. We're gonna add lemon. It looks like trash, but just trust me. You saw what went in here. It's all magical stuff. It's amazing, but also spicy AF. So I just got this new cookbook. This is it's by the executive chef of the Field Roast Company, and I love all their products. And it looks like it has a bunch of really cool seitan recipes in here. Seitan sausages. There's paella with vegan scallops and sausage, chicken fried sausage and waffles, tomato lox, torta ahogada, banh mi, So I'm super stoked about this book, and probably once all the madness of the holidays dies down, I'll do a review of this cookbook. I'll test a couple recipes in a video, and I'll probably do the same for the Miyoko's vegan homemade pantry cookbook and then the street vegan cookbook that I showed in a couple videos back. So that should be fun. It is a little after 1:30 now. I just finished photographing that seitan from this morning. So I finished the written portion of the blog. Now I just need to edit my photos and add those to the post, and then I'm gonna make a Pinterest graphic. I've also eaten a lot of the seitan. It's really good. So as you can see, it's very unglamorous. I spend most of my day testing recipes or washing dishes or on the computer editing things. I'm not complaining. I happen to really enjoy it, but you know, it's definitely a lot more going on behind the scenes than I initially thought. But before I keep working on that, I think I'm gonna pause and force myself to go to the gym, because it's been a long time since I worked out regularly and I kind of miss it. I mean, it's fine, I know, every now and then to sort of shift your priorities, and I've just been working so hard on building my website that I've just been working out like maybe once a week. It's not great, but I would ideally like to work back up to going 3 times a week. This brand, Lotus, sent me some of their pre-workout to try. It's vegan, stimulant free, so it's no caffeine, no artificial ingredients or dyes. From what I understand, it just sort of improves your blood circulation and the nutrient delivery to your muscles. It's got some electrolytes in there from the coconut water. If you're interested in trying this, I will link it down below. It's available on Amazon. They're not a sponsor, by the way, but I did see Tami. I'll link her video about this down below if you're curious. She's like a hardcore athlete and she seemed to like this, so I definitely think it's worth giving a try. Hey, I just got back from the gym. I think I'm gonna go back to doing like a push-pull leg split. So I did a leg workout today. It was kind of busy, so I didn't get to use all of the equipment I would have liked to. Like I wanted to use the cable machines, but I feel good, especially since I'm just sort of easing back into it, so I didn't go crazy heavy on anything. I feel like I've sort of lost a lot of my appetite since I stopped working out regularly. Like my coach really had me eating like a lot of food by the end of my linear progression, and I was like 4 pounds heavier than I am now. So I'm not really that hungry, but I feel like I should eat something after a workout. I think I'm just gonna make a protein shake for now, and then I'll have a big dinner. I'm gonna use cashew milk. The protein I've been using is, I'm not sure if it's Vivo Life or Vivo Life, but it's their raw plant protein, has BCAAs in it. This is a salted maca caramel flavor. I love anything caramel, anything salted caramel, I'm all over. This one I really like because it doesn't bloat me. It just digests really well. I think probably because it's raw, because the Garden of Life protein powders that are also raw, I don't have any issues with either, but it's really good. I think it would be even better if I had some frozen bananas to blend into it, but I don't have any fruit on hand right now. So I stopped by Trader Joe's on the way home from the gym because I just walked to the gym. It's not that far. And I picked up some ingredients for dinner. I got some fat-free refried beans, some fire-roasted tomatoes, got some new salsa to try, the garlic chipotle kind. I haven't tried this yet, but I do love garlic. And some frozen bell peppers and corn, and I'm just gonna probably mix that in with some, I have some iceberg lettuce left over from the other day. I'm gonna make like a big taco salad, something like that. I'll probably do that in a couple of hours, maybe around 7 o'clock, but I'm gonna go back to working on my blog post, and I'm also gonna start editing this video because I want to upload this video tomorrow. One last thing, I moved in front of the window because I'm losing my light, but the sun's setting so much sooner now, and I live in the Bay Area, and even though it hasn't gotten that like cold and rainy yet, it usually gets that way in the middle of winter, and I've always struggled with seasonal depression. I mean, on top of like normal depression year-round, like it gets especially bad during the winter when there's not a lot of light and sun. I do have a vegan D3 supplement that I sometimes take. This is a spray. I don't take it every day, just kind of when I remember it, and I'd like to think that it helps somewhat, but you guys are like so awesome and supportive, and anytime I ask a question or like bring up a topic that I'm struggling with, you always have the best advice. So if you have any advice on dealing with seasonal depression for me or for other people who might be reading the comments, feel free to leave it down below, and I would really appreciate it. I just like, I'm like starting to cry just thinking about how much I love you guys. But anyway, I'm gonna go start working again. Here's my dinner. Kind of poorly lit, but I just have a bunch of iceberg lettuce chopped up under there. These are the fat-free refried beans. I heated them on the stove along with some of the bell peppers and the corn. Got tons of the chipotle garlic salsa on there, and then this is just a corn tortilla. I sprinkled on some of the So Delicious cheddar shreds, and then I tossed it in my air fryer so it got crispy. And yeah, that is my dinner. It's pretty big, I don't know if you can tell. It's been a couple of hours. I stopped vlogging after dinner, but I haven't done anything particularly exciting, but I'm getting ready to go to bed now. I'm sipping on some more of the sugar cookie sleigh ride tea that I mentioned in my previous vlog. It's really good and it's caffeine free, and I'm gonna write a little bit before I go to bed. I always like to either read or write, and I've been trying to be more deliberate about making time for writing and for music, because those are two things I'm really passionate about, but that I always forget to make time for when I'm busy with work. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna write until I start to get drowsy, and then I'll fall asleep. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.